All right. Good morning, FFA. It's time to kick off this Wednesday morning. Hey, I don't know about you guys, but I love the weather here in North Carolina. I love that we're about to get more snow. It's reminding me of back home. So hopefully winter stays for another 2 months. We get like a foot of snow. Alicia lets me go and buys a snowmobile. All right. Maybe a tractor to plow out the driveway. I don't know, but it's looking bright here in North Carolina as we're about to get hit with another winter storm. I don't remember over the last 10 years us ever getting this much snow. So it's awesome. But anyway, on today's call, we're going to do a deep dive into growth opportunities. All right. How to maximize every house with cross-selling opportunities. All right. So I know so many of you guys have seen these different types of supplemental plans that people add to their life insurance. Well, I'm going to do a deep dive with you on how you can offer those, what the process is like, how simple it is to do it, and how it could benefit you and your client. Okay. So we're going to do a deep dive into that. But before I do that, all right, I've got a question for you guys. You can put it in the chats in YouTube or put it in the agency WhatsApp chat. Okay. Whoever gets this question right first is going to get coffee on me today. I will Apple Pay you, and you can go get you some of your Starbucks or Dunkin', all right, or whatever your favorite coffee place is. But here's a question. All right. What is it called when somebody raises chickens? Okay. There's a name for it. What is that called? So somebody goes, they put up a chicken coop. All right. They've got a bunch of chickens there. What is their title? Okay. Let's see what you guys think. Put it in the WhatsApp chat or in the YouTube comments. What's that person called? Whoever gets it right, all right, is going to get coffee on me. I heard this today on the radio. Sam says a chicken farmer. That's not right. That's a good guess, Sam. What else you guys got? Okay, keep going in the chat. Who is somebody that raises chicken? Kirk Williams, I'm fully expecting you to get this right. All right, you better get that right. I know you got chickens. Becky says a homesteader. Sylvia says something that I can't even read. I don't know what that word is, Sylvia. Field man, poultry farmer. Nope, you guys are all wrong. It's way simpler. Chicken nuggets. That was close, Stephanie. Okay, what's it called when somebody raises chickens? Come on, it was on the radio this morning, and I heard it, and it cracked me up. Anybody? A hen peck? Nope. Nope, nobody's getting it. All right, I'm going to let you guys keep going. I'll tell you at the end. Field man, I got like 50 votes. An egg harvester. Alicia says McDonald's. A chicken raiser. Nope, that's not it. Poultry farmer. Man, Kirk, you don't know this? Kirk, you raise chickens, man. What's going on? All right, I'm looking at this chat here. I don't see it. A chicken tender. You got it, Joni. Joni gets coffee on me. That's the word for it. If you raise chickens, you're known as a chicken tender. All right, come on, guys, right? How obvious is that one? Joni, you win. You're getting the coffee on me today. All right, before I get super distracted on today's call, let's go over some highlights for yesterday. All right, Taco Tuesday sales leader. What a day it was yesterday. You guys absolutely crushed it. So many of you were putting up huge numbers. There's a ton of you that came in just shy of 1K on the day yesterday, but so many of you went big. Now, I went through this chat quick, so if I missed your name, forgive me, all right? But you can post it in the WhatsApp chat. But check it out. We had Allison and T. Wade go over $1,200 on the day. We had Jess with some late night AP go over $1,400. Big shout out to Kay yesterday. She went over $1,500 on the day. Shout out to Willie, went over $1,500 as well. Big shout out to KZ, representing Southern Life Agency, over $1,600 for her on the day. Big shout out to Kaylee, just coming back with a vengeance there, over $1,600 for her. Christy, all right, with Honey Rock, over $1,700 on the day for her. Huge day for their team. Nice work to you guys. Big shout out to Joni. Joni broke the 2K Club yesterday with multiple apps. I don't know exactly how many Joni wrote. I think she wrote like 3 or 4 apps on the day yesterday. So nice work to her. Big shout out to Kelly breaking the $2,300 day. Check it out. Kelly did that on a neighbor knock. Kelly's the only agent that I know that does better with neighbors. Girl doesn't even need leads, right? She just goes out there and knocks on people's doors and comes home with $2,300. So nice work to you, Kelly. Big shout out to Julie, over $2,500 day for Julie just on Tuesday. What a huge day for you, Julie. Nice work to you. Big shout out to Kirk, over $3K for Kirk on the day. Kirk's been on a tear lately. If you're going for agent of the year, Kirk is going to be the one that you got to compete against this year. I'm just throwing it out there, ladies. Kirk is coming for your title. We've never had a man win agent of the year. The women always crush us every single year. Dougie Fresh gets up there, and I know he's running for it this year too, but Kirk's the one to watch. Kirk has closed over close to $400,000, I think, in annuities in the first month, and was one of the top agents last month. And here he is yesterday with the 3K day. So watch out, ladies. Kirk is coming for the number one spot, but he's going to have to get past Becky and Jenna. And those two are going to be hard to beat because they had a $3,300 day yesterday. And I feel like Becky and Jenna have like a 3K day every day that they're out working, which is every single day. So it's going to be hard to beat Becky and Jenna, but nice work to them. They took home the number one spot yesterday with $3,300 of AP. So awesome Tuesday, guys. We're shaping up for a phenomenal week. So let's keep going, guys. The difference, right, between where you might be at for the week and getting your name up on this board of having a 1K plus day is just one door. It's just one phone call, one little bit of extra effort. All right, can unlock that for you. There were so many days that I would go out and I would dial or I would call or I would knock on those doors and I don't close nothing until like 4 o'clock at night. But it was a $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 house, right? So keep pushing because that house is waiting for you. All right. If all these agents can get their name up there in one day, you definitely can do the same as well. I want to give Mindy a huge shout out. All right, big shout out to Mindy. Mindy had to overcome being sick. All right, poor girl's been sick here the past week or so, but she went out there yesterday and she hustled all day long. And at the end of the day, she was able to close a policy. So Mindy, super proud of you for pushing. Most agents would have quit. They would have gave up, but you did not do that. You kept pushing and had finished the day on a high note. So nice job to you, Mindy. All right, going into the topic of today's call, which is growth targets. So guys, I'm going to talk to you on today's call about how to maximize every house. All right, on Monday, you guys did the Zoom call with Alicia at night, the team Zoom, and she talked about maximizing everything in that house, right? Reduce paid up, cash value, everything, always finding an angle. All right, if you've not checked out that Zoom, make sure you're tuning into those on Monday night as she goes over that stuff. But on today's call, I want to add to what she taught, and we're going to talk about cross-selling opportunities. So what is this? All right. Now, I know so many of us, right, guys, we are a life agency, you know, through and through. That's our number one product. That's what we love doing. And this is just extra icing on the cake for you. So if you're an agent and you have your health license, these are products that you're able to offer. If you're a life agent and you don't have that health license yet, I would encourage you to stay on this call because I'm going to go over how just getting a simple extra license could really add multiple policies to every single client that you serve, because most of your clients have these policies already. All right. So why not have them be with you? Okay. So if you're not health licensed, this call is not directed for you to drop everything and go get your health license today. All right. This is just something I just want you to have it on your mind. All right. Going into the rest of this year, that might be something that you want to work towards getting. All right. And it's very simple. All right. It's very boring. All right. You got to do another pre-licensing, take the test. All right. But very, very simple test. If you pass the life test, the health test is pretty much the same thing. All right. So it's pretty simple to get it. But I know a lot of you guys have a health license and you might not be using it, right? And so we're going to talk about how agents are uncovering these opportunities and really how it could just maximize what you're doing. Think about it, guys. If you have 300 to 500 life clients in a year, which most of you write, what if you just added one of these policies to each one of those? That takes your production and doubles it. All right, takes your income and doubles it. And these products are so easy to sell. Okay, if you can sell life insurance, like these products aren't even selling anything. It's so simple, right? Everybody wants them. They're inexpensive, super, super easy. So that's what we're going to jump into on today's training. But this is just in addition to your life, right? Don't go crazy thinking about, oh, let's go, just write health. Life insurance is the number one, but these are just easy add-ons to really maximize your client list. And it really increases your persistency. Okay. When your client has multiple policies with you, they're not canceling it. They're not going to switch their life insurance when some random agent comes in trying to sell them something that doesn't even make sense for them, right? They're not going to switch it because they know how invested they are with you. So let's jump into that. But before we do, all right, verse of the day. All right, one of my favorite verses, Exodus 14:14. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Okay. I don't know if you guys have ever watched this series, The Chosen, but I would encourage you to watch it. It's a really cool depiction of Jesus's life, right? It's obviously a movie or a TV show, but it's a good depiction of it. And inside of that, I remember there being a scene where one of the disciples was questioning Jesus because they were asking him, like, aren't you supposed to be like a military leader? Like, why don't you just take everything over? Right. And he said, hey, whose vengeance is this? His, it's not mine. Right. Who told you that the Savior, all right, the Messiah is going to be a military dictator? Nobody. Right. And that scene was very interesting, but it ties into this verse because the Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Guys, if you try to control every aspect of your life, you're going to lose it and you're going to go crazy. All right. So when you're looking at your goals for the year, when you're looking at your family, when you're looking at whatever hardships you might be going through, sometimes the best thing to do is absolutely nothing. It's just lift it up, raise it up, get rid of the anxiety because it doesn't come from him. So Exodus 14:14, he's going to fight for you. He will always do something that will benefit you to fulfill his will. You might be going through a hardship. You might be going through a hard time, but ultimately he knows the end, right? He knows the plan that he has for you. So whatever you're going through, just lift it up to him. Super, super easy, right? One of the things people struggle with the most is they question why do bad things happen to good people, right? They say if there was a God, if there was a savior, then why would all these bad things be happening? Because that's a worldly view, right? Jesus doesn't think in worldly terms. He doesn't see death. He defeated death on the cross, which so death, sickness, hardships, all these things, right, are worldly things that he has already overcame. They can't impact you, right? Most of the Bible was written from people who were stuck in prisons, getting beaten, but they were so joyful because they put their joy in him. So lift it up. Whatever you're worried about today or this year, lift it up to him. All right. And follow that verse. So let's talk about these growth targets with cross-selling. Okay. First product I want to talk to you guys about is hospital indemnity insurance. What is it? I know all my life agents are looking like right now, like, what in the world are you talking about, Ryan? Right. But check it out, guys. Hospital indemnity. It pays a cash benefit to your client if they ever have to go to the hospital. Why is that important? All right, guys, whether your client is young and they just have regular health insurance, maybe they don't have any health insurance at all. Maybe your client's, retired age on Medicare. All right, guys, check it out. When they go to the hospital, that costs money. A lot of those plans, they might have a max out of pocket. Maybe their Medicare is only covering 80% of it, not the full 100. Maybe, they go into the hospital, right? They just need the cash to pay bills. Maybe they're going to be out of work. Most people are going to end up in the hospital at some point in time. All right. I think everybody at some point in time will, for whatever reason it is. Hospital indemnity plans are very inexpensive. And the way that they work is there's a daily benefit. So let's say your client, Miss Betty, gets sick. She's got pneumonia. She's got whatever, COVID, right? And she has to go into the hospital. She checks in and she's in there for 4 days. Well, her hospital indemnity plan is going to pay her a cash benefit, usually between $100 up to, $800,000, whatever they pick, whatever they elect per day. What would it do for your client if they go in the hospital to get a $500 daily benefit? 5 days, it's 20. I don't know. I'm bad at math, right? Do the math on it. It was $2,500, right? For them, for being in the hospital, something that they can't avoid. But what could that do for your clients who are on a fixed income? That'd change their life, right? That's double their paycheck, all right, in a given month for being in the hospital. They don't have to worry about bills when they come out of the hospital, right? They're all caught up. They've got extra money there, all right? If they have a max out of pocket, then that would really help them too. So that's a hospital indemnity plan. I'm going to go over one of them for you to show you guys how it works. But very simple product to sell. All you need is your health license. Almost every one of our life carriers offers this product that you're already writing, right? And it's just an extra add-on in every single house. Talk about really being able to help people, right? You talk about showing up to the door, talking about benefits and this and that. Well, this is one of them. This is one that could really help them. Okay, cancer insurance. Guys, most people either know somebody that has had cancer. Most people have somebody in their family that has had cancer. And most people are worried about what is going to happen if they ever get cancer, right? Let's just be honest. Cancer is everywhere in the world we live in today. Everything causes cancer, right? And I think about my grandfather who he dealt with cancer for over 10 years, different types of cancer. I think about my grandmother she's still living. She's 78, just turned 78, I believe. And when she was very young, had, I think it was ovarian cancer, right? I think about my dad's mom, my other grandma, who I think she went through breast cancer, right? I think she had like a lot. And she was young when that happened. My dad was young, I believe, when that happened. So there's just, multiple people in my family alone that have dealt with cancer. The likelihood that your client is going to deal with cancer is very high at some point in time. What's cancer insurance do? Guys, the same thing. It's going to give them a lump sum benefit if they ever get diagnosed for cancer. All right. And it's very inexpensive to have this kind of protection put in place. So very, very simple. So let's dive into some products. Okay. This is one, all right, that we as an agency just partnered up with. And this is with Wellaby. Some of you guys have heard of Wellaby before. But Wellaby has a very cool hospital indemnity plan that we're now offering. And it is guaranteed issue, which is phenomenal, which means no medical questions. All right. This is perfect for your clients that are going through some health conditions, some health issues. Most hospital indemnity plans have medical underwriting that they have to go through. So this is just an overview on this product. Okay. But it just protects their savings going into the hospital. Okay. It's a guaranteed issue plan. Very, very simple to write. I'm not going to dive into all these details with it. Okay. But the way it works, right? They get a daily benefit. Okay. They can pick whatever time period they want up to a certain amount of days. They can pick the total cash benefit per day that they want. The higher the cash benefit and the longer the term, the more expensive the plan is, right? But it's a very simple product to write. So this is one offering with Wellaby. It's one of the only guaranteed issue hospital indemnity plans out there. Okay, here's another product. All right, this one's with Heartland National. They're a carrier that has very, very good health products. And this is a hospital indemnity plan. All right, and the way this one works, it does have underwriting, but it's not a whole lot of questions. But what I love about this one is you can add riders to this plan. So you can really beef this thing up, right? You can add a lump sum cancer benefit. You could add all kinds of things. If they have to get surgery, if they have to go in an ambulance, if they need dental, vision, hearing benefit, you can pile all these riders onto this. All right. And so this is another new health carrier that we're launching here this month, all right, to be able to offer these supplemental plans. So just a brief overview, okay, on those cross-selling opportunities. But why am I talking to you guys about that? Because your clients would love this. All right. Think about when you're sitting down and you're going through their life insurance and you help them with their life insurance plan, you fulfilled that void in their life, right? They don't have to worry about their final expense costs. All of that's covered now. But what are the voids that they have when they're living, right, guys? These are voids that your clients would love to understand. They would love to have these products, all right, added to their life insurance with you, because now they have something that's going to benefit them when they're alive. All right. And so when you guys are talking to leads, all right, it creates so many more opportunities, so many more entrances, okay, to being able to help them out. Let's say you're with that really tough person and they're like, I'm good, got my life insurance, I've had it for 100 years. Okay, Miss Betty, perfect. Well, let's talk about your cancer plan. Let's talk about your hospital plan. Let's talk about your heart attack and stroke plan. All right, very simple. And guys, the average premium on these things, depending on how much you beef them up with the riders, it's like anywhere from like 12 to 40 bucks a month. All right. You can get up there some higher, more expensive ones, but on average, they're very inexpensive to provide a big benefit to your client. So I want you guys to think about that. I want you to think about how when you're in the house, you really have an opportunity to not just write one policy, but heck, you could do 2, 3, 4 policies within that client's budget and be an all-encompassing agent, okay? Commissions on these things, hey, they're not going to pay as high as life insurance, right? They're just supplemental add-ons. But you write a bunch of these in a month, it adds up, okay? So the commission payouts, very similar, right? You get an advancement on it, all that good stuff. But I wanted to share these with you guys because it's just a simple way to solidify your life insurance business. It's a simple way to really be that true advisor for your clients, okay, when you're talking about these things. So what do you have to do? Very simple. If you don't have a health license yet, get working on it. We've got the discount code for you to be able to do the pre-licensing in the course. All right. But just add it. If you do have the health license, you'll be getting these contracts sent out to you within the next week or so for the products that I just went over. But guys, I would encourage you, think about it. What would it do for your agency? But most importantly, what would it do for your clients to have all of this put in place? These are things that people are very worried about, okay? Most health insurance has a big max out of pocket. And you're talking 4, 5, 6, 7. I remember our old health insurance was like an $8,000 max out of pocket. You had to pay that before your health insurance even kicked in. These products fulfill that void, right? It gives them the money to help pay for those things when they're going to have to go through these. So, and the younger your client is, the more inexpensive these products are. So just something to open your mind up. All right, going into this year, how can you have a big growth opportunity as an agent? One of the easiest ways, right, is to just add products to offer your clients that you already have in your book of business. Very simple. Most of your clients are looking for this stuff. Some of them probably already have it. All right. And why not you be the agent that gets to scoop it all up? So just want to open your guys' mind up to those products. They're phenomenal. There's really no downside. All right. I've studied these things. There's really no downside for the client. Very good products to offer in addition to your life insurance. But again, guys, these are just add-ons. Life is number one. Keep that life production high. But why not double it just by adding on these simple products that are so easy to offer? So I appreciate you guys for jumping on here today. It's Wednesday. All right, we are going into halftime. If you're snowed in today in North Carolina and you want to jump on the phones, I will open up an agency Zoom where we will all be on there live dialing and selling together. So if you want to do that, shoot me a thumbs up in the agency chat, and we will be back here on Friday.